What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you may notice, I am not in the regular shop that you normally see me in. I am actually on the complete other side of the country. I am down in San Diego, California at Analog and Grit. I've been out here for a couple months at this point, and I actually shipped the car out so I could enjoy it for the winter time while I'm out here for my full-time job. And I found these guys through an event that they threw called Sunday Grit. And these guys are one hell of a group. The owner, Josh, is a super nice guy. He welcomed me right into this place. Everyone that is a member here is super nice and very welcoming. Everyone wants to just talk all day long about cars. And if you know me, you know that I can do that very, very easily. So this is my new home for a little while I'm out here in San Diego. And today I'm gonna be trying to do a little bit of work on the interior again. Nothing new really, but we're just gonna jump right into the center console, I believe, today, and see if we can get any farther on that. So, as you can see, the door is still falling apart every single time I close it. That just falls right off now. But I'm gonna try to get back into the center console right here and back into the back seat. I'm not sure how many of you guys have actually been on the inside of a GTR, but the interior and the back seat, pretty non-existent. Super tight, super difficult to work back there, but I'm going to be squeezing back there, just pulling a couple panels off just to see what I can get done. As you guys have seen, a lot of this leather has actually been coming off pretty nicely, so hopefully I'll be able to pull it off and get the same exact result that I had on the dash and the center console before that, but only time will tell. Climbing into the back seat here. I got to move the Slim Jim cup out of the way. And I'm gonna try to focus on this center console right here. So I don't really know exactly how to do it. I'm just kind of gonna give it a tug and see if it pulls out. If it does, I mean, that would be ideal, but well, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. It looks like there's one plug there for, I guess this actually chills your drink from what it looks like. That's actually really cool to know. But I'll have to unplug that and I'll get this pulled out. I got this piece out, like you guys saw, it was really easy, and I figured out why it was so easy. The two clips right here are also broken on this. So they just snapped these right up, and they no longer actually hold the centerpiece in. With this piece being broken, don't really care all that much. I mean, it's going in the back. Nobody's really ever going to sit back there unless they start ripping up on this piece. Doesn't matter. I also know that this piece actually doesn't have any leather underneath it. I looked that up. It was originally just plastic, so I don't really have to worry about ruining the leather underneath or if they took it off. Just take this right off and it'll be looking like it was stock again. It looks like they used just as much adhesive as they did on every other panel, so it's kind of all over the place again. So might be some cleanup involved on the top side of it as well, but let's just start pulling away at this and see how it turns out. So I got everything pulled back. Looks like they marked it up for, I guess, where they were gonna make seams on this. I'm not really sure, but I do have to take the actual cup holder out. So they actually left a screw out for me. So I guess it's a little easier, but I got these 3 screws, and then that should pop right out. And just like that, the piece is off. It actually came off really easy. I'm kind of shocked that it came off as easy as it did. Only 1 bolt was missing, so that's nice. That's a perk. We're gonna go ahead and have to clean up the actual piece itself that stays on the car, because you can see all the orange lines from what either is adhesive or just where they marked where the actual seams are gonna be on the piece. And hopefully this cleans up nice, just like all the other things will. I think this might be slightly easier, knock on wood. And yeah, I'll update you guys once this is all cleaned up. After about an hour of just scrubbing and trying to get it clean, it looks a little bit better. This side is what it looked like, really just caked on there and really bad. So the top, it's still got that orange. I need like kind of like a plastic brush to get that part off, but I don't have that right now, so I'll just leave it for now. And we'll get to it eventually, but it does look a lot better than it did. I do just need to get these lines off there and clean up the other side. But for now, just because I am running out of time, I'm gonna put this back in and move on to something else. So I got it back in and it does look a lot better. I can't wait to get this subwoofer cover off and get rid of the yellow back there. I think it'll really break everything up. And then I just have to get this piece here and that, and the whole center console will be pretty much done, and it'll really kind of separate all the McDonald's spec interior and really help the look of the interior a lot. So I'm excited to do that, but that is it for me for today. I'll be back tomorrow to hopefully get those seats out and remove that cover for the subwoofer and continue on. All right, we're back, day 2 of the California trip. Today is actually going to be a little bit different again. I'm not going back to Analog and Grit. I'm actually going down to a pretty famous shop in the area called SOS Customs, and I'm going to be talking to them about my door cards. I'm pretty excited about this. I've wanted to work with them for a long time. One of my favorite YouTubers actually put me on to them, and he's done quite a few jobs with them. TJ Hunt, probably a couple of you know him. But I'm gonna try to do the door cards on just this trip with them, and you guys will see the colors, and we're gonna pick them all out when we get there. We are back from SOS Customs. I dropped off the door cards. I didn't film a whole lot there just because they were super busy and I didn't want to be intrusive to their work. But the door cards are off. It's kind of weird driving around with no door cards on a GTR, just grabbing onto the cable to open the door. Kind of odd. I also actually dropped off the center console where the armrest is. They're going to have that matching the doors. I'm very excited. There's a whole lot going on with this entire build, as you guys know. And I am very excited for when it actually comes out and it's the correct colors instead of the McDonald's spec. For now, I'm going to move on to the back seats. I'm actually going to take off this piece right here. I'm going to see what this actually entails, that and that. I believe it's just the leather wrapped over the plastic. So once I get this popped off, I'm really hoping that it's going to be a pretty simple process to get it removed and make it look good again. All right, I'm currently in the back of the GTR. It's a little tight back here, but I did figure out that these are all just pop clips holding this whole section on. And there's also a clip right behind the seat, right about here. So I had to go ahead and take that bolt out on the bottom. I believe it's a 9/16, and then you just pick it up, and then you pick up against the glass, and it pops right out. And this will reveal that plastic clip. Both pieces are out. The entire interior, except for the center console, is actually completely ripped out of the GTR. I just followed the process that I did for the passenger side on the driver's side. Super easy. But if you look in here, you can actually see the original color peeking out through. Looks really good. I'm so excited to have that back. I still got to get the subwoofer housing off, and hopefully that's just as easy as the seats were. It's actually much easier than I thought it would be. I just pop off the cup holder, and I don't know if there was supposed to be hardware holding this down more than that, but there's not. So just pick this right up and it'll come right off. I'm currently letting all of this stuff just sit in the sun just to get a little bit of heat into it. I'm gonna grab this panel and bring it over to the workbench for now. Hopefully this will actually be pretty easy to take the leather off of. I'm not really sure how much adhesive they used on these pieces, but the rest of it has been pretty decent to me, so we'll see. It's definitely not coming off quite as well as I was expecting. The adhesive is sticking quite a lot, but here's the look of it as it comes off. It's definitely leaving quite a bit behind, so it'll take a little bit of a adhesive remover, but it'll be worth it.
I like the yellow.
All right, so I am no longer at the shop. I ended up having to leave pretty quickly just because I was about to be running late for work. But that piece did come out pretty good. It had quite a lot of adhesive, so it took some elbow grease for sure to come off. But I will show you guys that in a minute. But I did just get a call from SOS Customs saying that my door cards are ready. So we're gonna head down there and we're gonna see just how those came out. I'm really excited. All right, we're back at SOS Customs. They're bringing the car up right now to get all the pieces put back in. I just talked to one of the guys who works here and he said it's all set, so I can't wait to see it. Here they are, and holy shit, it looks so much better. And actually in one piece. It's pretty unbelievable. They even redid the speaker covers. These guys killed it. I am so excited to see it all together, and I can't wait till my entire interior actually looks like this. And there is the finished product. It's all back in, tightened down, and it really does just look like a brand new door. Nothing's red or yellow, and I don't have that gross little velvet piece down there. It's all one material with the blue stitching. I absolutely love it. They even cleaned up the speaker guards for me. These guys absolutely crushed it. They did it super fast too. I can't thank them enough. I am so excited to see everything in this color. I can't even put that into words.
There you are, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, take it easy.
You too. Just got out of work. I am going to try to tackle the subwoofer itself. I don't really know how it's going to come out because I'm just doing it in my kitchen. I don't have many of my tools, but I'm really hoping that the wrap just comes off nicely like it did with a lot of the other stuff. I do have a car show in the morning, so I'm going to try to clean everything up, get it all back together before I go off and get the car cleaned. And, well, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. It came right off, super easy. There's almost no residue whatsoever. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this panel back in. I'm gonna have to repaint the cover there at some point because they painted it red, and that black that's on there is like a hard putty, so I can't really get that off. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna end up doing that, but you can kind of see like it's super tough on there. I don't know how I'm gonna get it off, but I might see if I can just get a whole new cover at this point. And maybe that'll be my best option. But if you guys have any ideas as to how to get that extremely hard, essentially cement off the cover, let me know. All right, so I'm gonna jump into the back seat again. It's actually midnight here right now, but I really wanna get this done. So I am committing to it. I just got out of work anyway. I've been working night shift out here. I'm just gonna try to throw all the interior back together. I have both sides stripped out, and so I'm gonna put this panel back in, the same one on that side, and then the actual subwoofer right here. That's gonna go back on, and it's gonna look hopefully 10 times better than it did before. So I figured out why it was so stupidly easy to take the subwoofer housing out. Normally you don't just pull it up the way I did. This little screw right here, and this one here that's in my hand, they were actually just left undone underneath the subwoofer. They were just put into the hole just like that is, and then they just set the housing down on top of it and clamped everything down. So they just never tightened that back down. There was a little bit of rattling that came from back here, and I'm sure that was the cause of it. So now I can just tighten those back down, and hopefully that gets rid of any of the rattle that this thing was creating. So issue solved, I guess. It is really coming together, guys. I still have to clean up the cup holder area because it has the lines from where they did all of their drawing and marking, I guess, for the area. But holy crap. Once these seats and the headliner is undone, I mean, the car is almost done. Pretty insane how quickly everything is kind of turned around. This center console, I still have to do this little section right here, but holy crap. It's coming together, guys. I am so excited. I almost have no words for it. I'm so happy that all of this stuff came off as quickly and easily as it did. I'm definitely really lucky that it did as well. And yeah, a little bit more work and maybe some new seat covers, and we're there. This whole week of me being out here and really focusing and working on this car has been insane. I really didn't expect everything to come together as quickly as it has. I'm not going to stop here. I have a couple more things that I want to do. Unfortunately, the wrap's not coming off for a little while, just because I am actually driving the car back from California to Portsmouth, New Hampshire. So yeah, I don't want it to get annihilated, I guess. The paint, I should say. The wrap's going to provide at least a little bit of a layer of protection. I know it's not as protective as PPF. Trust me, I am aware. But we're not going to PPF over this wrap. We're not going to take the wrap off just to have to do PPF before we go. We're leaving the wrap on. We're driving it across the country, my wife and I, as we. And yeah, I'm very excited to do it. It's going to be an awesome trip. I've never done anything like this with my wife. I've driven across the country a couple times, but never with my wife. So we're very excited. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. But I'll give you guys an update in the morning. And maybe you'll see a little bit of a car show. Good morning, guys. I got about 4.5 hours of sleep, so I'll make do with what I got. But I'm about to go get the car cleaned up and head off to the car show. It's about 10 minutes from where I'm at. So nice little short drive and get her cleaned up for the show. All right, so I made it. I am here a little bit early so that people are still loading in. You can see the line of cars out here. They're putting in groups first, but I got lucky. I got invited by the one of the managers here. His name's Braden. Shout out to him. Super chill guy. This is Elite Finishes car show. I am super excited to walk around. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of everything that's going on, and I'm not gonna be able to record every car, obviously, but I'll definitely show you guys what's pulling in, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. That was an awesome event. Elite Finish really killed it. There was some amazing cars here. I'm very happy I came through. A golden Bugatti just pulled up, so I'm going to show you guys that. But yeah, after I show you guys this, I'm probably going to end the video here. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And it's the Attorney King guy. So he's got the Nismo GTR and a bright gold Bugatti. Yeah, this is probably the first and only time I will ever see anything like this, especially because I'm going back to New Hampshire soon. But that's a great way to send off the video. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Have a great summer. And I'll see you on the next one.